Okay, my people, what's up? How are you? Don Bernard Jr. I just came back from a power player breakfast in Manhattan where we had Sweeney, who is co-chair of Disney Media and president of Disney ABC Television Group, and she spoke with us. She's considered one of the most powerful women in the world by some standard. I gotta relook that up, check that out. But just being in the presence and listening to this woman, Sweeney, I was very impressed. And, of course, she had a lot of great titles around what she's done. She's been responsible for many television shows that we watch as an overseer of ABC. And while I'm listening to the titles and people are in the room, they're listening to the titles, it really is like, wow, it's beyond, what you can even imagine really for yourself, for many people, to accomplish that much. But in listening to her, she seemed very down to earth. And one of the first things she said was, about the titles, it can seem all of that hearing it, but it really, what I got from her is it's just being curious. That was a lot of her message, was her curiosity to try something new and then going, filling those shoes, seeing what it's like to be that, and that just steadily moved her along the way. It's very similar to Bashar. Bashar is a being from another dimension that is channeled by Daryl Anka, and he says how joy has its own kit. That's why you don't have to go and try and do something else or be something to gain security, because within the kit of joy, it will lead you to the security you need to keep moving forward. And that's kind of what I got from her, the same similar message. She just followed her own joy, her own creativity, her own curiosity, and it just moved her in the right direction. But most of us, we start on that path and then we get freaked out. We have fear of disappointment or thinking our survival needs won't be met, and so we decide to do something else or stay where we are and feel stuck and complain about it. So I really appreciated that perspective. And also in walking around New York City, Manhattan afterwards, I looked at different buildings, and I remember looking at this one building, the Geraldine something Institute or Museum, something like that. And just thinking, with this energy of Anne, when you see a building like that, it's very different. Someone from her perspective, from her, accomplishments, you look at then a building with a big name, what's big to us, differently. You conceive it differently. You see yourself more as, you see how you could conceive that and conceive more. And that's kind of what I want to get to. It's interesting because I was just talking about this with an associate in my business, and I was saying how, my father, he's always gotten numerous awards my whole life. I've seen him get awards for many different things, for his accomplishments in the community, for being a server, humanitarian awards, things like that, as he is the chairman of the African American Heritage Parade in Newark, which is the biggest black cultural event in New Jersey. But what's interesting is, what I was saying to my associate is, that's normal for me. Like, I've always seen that, so it never was like a big deal, because I've been seeing this like my whole life since I was young. But what I was realizing as I was looking at these pictures of my father with awards the other day, if not, I think it was yesterday, was it's a huge deal. There's so many people who don't get an award ever in their life. But I've been watching, going to these events and seeing my father get these kind of awards. So what my associate was saying is that's such a beautiful thing, because then that becomes conceivable to me. For me, it just almost seems right that I would fill similar kind of shoes, be a server to humanity, speak to, hundreds of people at one time with one microphone, It's something that I've seen and absorbed through osmosis. And so looking at an Anne Sweeney or looking at these people who have accomplished so much, once you're in their space, you're in their energy, their presence, and feel their communication, it then becomes conceivable to achieve the same thing. So I felt very thankful to be in her space, to be in her energy today, and absorb that. It is very much like a darshan from a master. Darshan, once again, is the energy transmission we get from a spiritual master. But we receive each other's darshan all the time. So just being in the space of very accomplished people who are in line with your journey serves us tremendously and makes the manifestation that much more conceivable. Thus, it can come to us that much more quicker. So Sunday, I wanted to remind you guys again that actually I have a special guest. It's growing, it's crystallizing for my live chat. I'll do it on my website, donbernardjr.com, via Ustream. I'm going to have Francis here. Many of you know Francis, the numerology guy. He's been a counselor for me for a few years now. I get readings from him, and he's really good. So we're going to do something together. It's a powerful day because it's 10/10/10, October 10, 2010, and we're actually doing it at 3:30 from 4:30, and at 3:33 p.m. is Mercury. So exactly at 3:33, the energy, the planet for that hour will be Mercury, and Mercury represents communication. So I think it's going to be a very powerful, communicative time with us and for those who join us. So I just wanted to remind you guys of that, and enjoy your Thursday. It's been a great day so far. So CeeLo in the Street, those who don't know, that's a hip-hop star who I've liked for years now because he has spiritual consciousness, around his message, around his music. And I saw him right after seeing Anne Sweeney. So, it just goes to show, once you're in that kind of consciousness, and how she, just being with her, it elevated, my state of being, and then changed and mirrored things around me. So it's very important that even if you're not feeling a certain way, like for instance, I was extremely exhausted because I was out last night, but I had a commitment. I went, I checked her out, and it just elevated my state of being. I met a lot of great people, and actually Anna, who is helping me market myself and put myself out there that much more to the people, so I can shed and integrate my light with other light workers and people who are inspiring others to do their thing as well. She will put a video up very soon when I was at the event. And so that may be up today or tomorrow, so you can look out for that. And anything else. Also, I have another video. I still need to edit it, but it will be dealing with the Wellness Gala on Saturday in Montclair. That's my hometown, Montclair, New Jersey, from 6 to 9. Suggested donations, so that basically means it's free. And they'll have psychic readers there, people who do acupuncture, musicians. It's going to be a great event. And it's actually in a salon that was built from a church, which is really cool. But they also have a wellness spa, and they're creating it into a gala for this weekend. So that's that for now. Okay, I hope to see you guys Sunday. Maybe I'll see some of you guys Saturday at the gala. If not, I hope to see you for live chat at my website on Sunday, and we'll keep it rolling. All right? Peace.